Oh, there you are. Oh, you're finally awake. Took you long enough. Someone knocked you cold out. That's crazy. That's embarrassing. Well, at least now you're here. Let's discuss about cat dough. That is Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally by Harry Styles. Yes, Harry Styles, he descended from the skies and blessed us with Hedges 4. And I had reacted to the album right as it came, um, which was a couple of days ago for me. And it was interesting for sure. It was very much interesting. So I'd like to share my thoughts in this very unedited, unproduced uh, video. But don't, I hope that doesn't make you guys click off. I do have some very valid opinions though, so you guys might want to hear those out. Right, so it's all the time, this occasionally. This is the fourth studio album. My favorite out of up till Hedges 3, that is, has to be Fine Line. I just freaking love it. When I started off listening to Harry Styles, when I became a fan, I liked Hedges one quite a bit because I think I started, my first song which I listened to was like Sweet Creature. And yeah, it's a very sweet song. I mean, hard to not fall in love with that. So yeah, then Fine Line is just really good. I mean, it's far superior, obviously. We put that on a pause. We'll get to the other discussions later. We'll quickly go through the 12 tracks, and I'll give you my opinion. All right. Track number one, the lead single, Aperture. Now, I must be completely honest with you. I was confused when I joined in late to the premiere. Yes, I joined in late. So, yeah, I was quite confused, but I was instantly hooked. It was really nice. I thought it sounded really fun. It sounded different, but I really liked it. And now that I've listened to it quite a lot of times, I like what the song is about and how it is. Though, since we are being honest, it doesn't hit very hard. Uh, I would say that if I'm not wrong, as it was the lead single. I really hope I'm not wrong. I think it's, in my opinion, I like this way more. So already that's big thumbs up. So that's the lead single. All right, American Girls. The MV just dropped like a day ago, and that was quite fun. But yeah, American Girls I like quite a lot. It is a good transition from Aperture. I think it's a really solid second track. Yeah, it's just I've known you for ages. It's all I've ever known. Oh, frick, I already got it wrong. I've known you for ages. It's all I've ever heard. My friends are in love with American Girls. So yeah, I like American Girls quite a lot. The song is what I was referring to. But it could go either way. I mean, I love everyone. Why not? Okay, that was so cheesy and unnecessary. Okay, so ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. So this is nice. Uh, ready, steady, go is nice. Uh, yeah, I don't have too much to say about it though. It's cool. I'll get to the common trend which I picked up when we come to the half point, by the way. So then we have, are you listening yet? Are you listening yet? Uh, it's quite different. Uh, and I think this was the point when I started to think some of these, or at least the third and the fourth track, felt a bit similar. And then, you start to get the vibes. With the Taste Back, I liked quite a bit. It's the fifth track, by the way. Taste Back, did you get your taste back? Or, yeah, I'll have to mumble. Yeah, I'll have to look into the lyrics. That's quite sad, embarrassing on my part. Anyway, so far, American Girls banger. We're excluding Aperture, by the way. And then Taste Back is quite nice. And then this the sixth one, so halfway there. I predicted that the waiting game will be something which I may find my as my favorite, and I wasn't too wrong. I do actually like it quite a lot. I really do like the waiting game, and yeah, that's really solid. So far, halfway through, Aperture, American Girls, the waiting game. So my top picks. Then we go to the seventh track, that is Season to Weight Loss. Quite nice. A quirky title for sure, but a freaking good song. It's a nice song. Um, yeah. Uh, I do like the first. I think there is this debate though, like whether the first half is good or the second half is better. So that's the seventh track, Season to Weight Loss. I liked it quite a bit. At this point, I was feeling it. We have like three quite good songs consecutively, so I like that quite a bit. And then we come to the eighth track. Eighth track. I don't know why I started. Coming Up Roses. This was honestly a beautiful song. I was just like, even in my reaction, I was just like, oh yeah, that's just beautiful. Uh, this is the one song that does not fit in the theme. That is just like straight up disco occasionally, more like disco all the time. Because all the tracks I mentioned and I'm gonna mention except for this are like they have that synth, that retro beat. They're all electronic sounds. Harry really played around with them uh, this time coming around, this time around, and therefore like coming up roses, or getting to coming up roses. Yeah, it was quite a surprise, but a really pleasant surprise. It's just an overall very, very nice, very romantic and beautiful song. So immediately, it was a banger. Yes, sir. It's like I think so far I can't say it's my favorite, but yeah. And then there's pop, and I have to be honest, it's making me pop. I straight up just mumbled because he literally Harry sounds like he was mumbling in the song. I'm not gonna lie, so I wouldn't blame myself. First time hearing it, I wasn't feeling it. Honestly, I thought it was probably the weakest so far. Second and third time around, I really freaking like it. It's really nice. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, pop's quite nice. And then we get to Dance No. DJs don't dance no more, they say. DJs don't dance no more. Now, don't get the wrong impression that I know the lyrics to this, at least some of it properly, that I would like it. Unfortunately, I don't as much. Now, did I just make it weird? I just sang the lyrics without fumbling, and then I'm gonna say it's the weakest so far. Hmm. Have to look into that. But yeah, I was gonna say that I wasn't feeling it. And one thing I can mention that there's literally no mid songs. Like all of them are really well produced. That's a trend, it's the pattern you observe in this album. All of them are really well produced. All of them seem like they have a lot more effort put into them. But then again, they're also, they feel like, I don't want to say it, but just pop songs in the sense like um they're not they don't give Harry Styles, they don't feel characteristic enough. But we would get to I will get to that later. So yeah. Next we have Paint by Numbers. It's a nice song. It's the shortest song in the album, around 2 minutes 30 seconds. Didn't stand out to me, but then again I said there's literally no mid songs. Like these are songs, I think all of these songs would be likable. It would be quite nice hearing them. But yeah, so far, except for a few, the rest didn't really hit very hard. Like they don't really leave an impact. But they're still nice to listen. That's what the whole, those are the pop songs, right? So that's what it is. I hope that makes a bit more sense to what I was saying earlier. But then the final song, Carlos song, which is around 4 minutes. I think it would be unfair to compare the any album's ending to Fine Line's ending. It was just too magical. But then again, this isn't too bad comparing to HS3, Harry's House. much stronger uh, ending in my opinion. And I compared as it was to. So according to those two, um, you know, a comparison with those two as the measures, I mean, it may seem much better than HS3, but I'll have to give it a few more listens to actually, actually properly, memorize the lyrics and understand a bit more deeper, let it, you know, actually last on me. So those are the 12 tracks. Carlos song, unfortunately, I don't have too much to say. It's not a bad song. I think now it's like the final three tracks don't hit as hard. It comes to my point that the first half I like more than the second half. But to be fair, I think if you include, essentially, I just don't like the last three tracks as much. The rest are quite nice. I like them. They're fine. So that is my review for the songs. Um, I hope I didn't offend you guys. Now, I'm, hey, it's just my opinion, and it could change, like it did for pop, or I mean, yeah, so far only pop has kind of changed my opinion. But as an album as a whole, I think it's really well produced. I like the theme quite a bit, though it starts to feel a bit repetitive in the sense they start to sound similar. So perhaps repetitive isn't the right word, but they do, you do get confused. It's kind of overwhelming because I do understand that it's hard to remember the tracks when it's your first time listening to the album, but keep in mind, it was hard for me to even distinguish between them or even remember them distinctively, right? So yeah, they really do start to sound similar, but I mean, what else did you expect? I would say that he did quite a good job for it all being disco dance songs. Um, and as I mentioned, as a album, it's quite strong. I wouldn't say it's like mind blowing or it doesn't hit as hard as Fine Lines. Because if you think about Fine Line, there's a few songs which feel kind of weak or a bit over there. They exist, and if you're a fan and if you look deeper into the songs and you really try to get the meaning out of it, they may seem really touching, and that would remove the idea of it seemingly being underproduced. But that's not the general audience, and in this case, I think it's really strong if you consider the general audience. And Fine Line just has a lot of hard-hitting songs, which really stick with you. And I would say perhaps that's the reason why it's the strongest for me. And as for Harry's House, I think he has a really, really strong chance to overtake it for me personally because um, Harry's House is nice, but then again, I do like this theme more. Like, I think at this point I can state that I totally like this. Like, I'm digging, yeah, I'm digging what he's doing over here. But like, he cooked, but not. I don't think everybody would agree to that. In fact, I had seen a lot of comments on that. That it's just not. That's not their taste. And I mean, you just can't help with that, right? Um, I do understand that. Yeah, at this for just for Harry was experimenting. It was being he was yeah had a lot more freedom. Just try testing, experiencing stuff on his own, and I totally respect that, and I can see that in this album. And all around, I think it's quite strong. I will have to give it a few more listens to get a stronger comparative opinion. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for tuning in. Please do not find me and actively try to kill me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.